Hey guys, B Toys here. Today is Wednesday, July 7th. We're going to be taking a look at a handful of stocks and SPY and QQQ to see where they could potentially be going here in these upcoming days or weeks. So I wanted to start with AMD. So AMD, I've been saying that, hey, this is going to be a buy all dip stock. We should be seeing all-time highs here in these upcoming weeks. I still believe that. I still think today was a dip buy day. Obviously, it was a massive dip. I didn't see it going as low as it did. I thought we were going to stop somewhere about 92.50. At least that's what I saw yesterday. But basically, what I'm seeing now is we did peak for our wave three, just like I talked about yesterday, and we were in the process of pulling back for our wave four. I thought it was going to be a shallow wave four, and it would be somewhere closer to the 23% retracement, somewhere in that 92 range, just because a lot of stocks lately have been doing that, where everything's been, very shallow before ultimately running higher again. Um, but it looks like with AMD, we're getting closer to this 38.2% retracement, or maybe even go down to see the 50%. I don't think we'll get all the way down there. I do think we'll see a little bit more downside tomorrow, probably close to this 89 range. But ultimately, I think we're going to catch support, and I still think we're going to be rallying up to the 100 range sometime before earnings. I do think it's going into earnings. We should be upper 90s. And then depending on results, we may either sell off or rally. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I do still think that all dips on AMD are a buy. So given that right now, obviously. So hopefully we can catch some support here and then ultimately rally up to the 100 range here. All right, I want to take a look at Shopify. So Shopify, a few weeks ago in the morning in pre-market, I believe, I put out a video of Shopify, and it was somewhere back here. I just left the original drawing on here. Ultimately, what I was saying is that, hey, we had the 1640 price target for our wave three. Um, it was showing a lot of strength. We were pulling back for what I was calling this white wave four, and that we were going to be finding bottom somewhere in this low 1400 range. So anybody who did get in on my call, because I was calling it somewhere right in this range when I drew this line. So anybody who did follow that, obviously we've already got some gains. I would still be holding. I'm still letting some runners go. I do still think that unless the market completely corrects, that Shopify is going to 1640 before earnings. So if anybody is still in this position, just know that when we start getting up to 16 plus, that's when we're probably going to start to see as you can see right here, 1585, we had a sell off. But what I'm seeing right now is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I still think we're going to have another run up. So we might go a little shallow of 1640, so it might be smart to start trimming some profits if we get back up to that 1600 range again. But I do ultimately still think we're going to hit right around 1640 with this one. Um, so that was a pretty good win on that stock right there. So let's look at SPY. Okay, so yesterday I was talking about how we were looking for a bigger flush, and I was really hoping to get a bigger flush for me to want to go long in SPY, just because I think right now, there's better opportunities out there right now, unless we can get a bigger flush from SPY, which it doesn't seem to happen no matter what. It always seems like these dips get bought up in one day. So ultimately, yesterday, what I was seeing was this entire move was an A. We'd pop back up for a B, and then we were going to flush further down for a C. And I was really hoping the C would happen today and we get to this 428 range, we'd be able to buy the dip and then ride this whole thing up. Ultimately, what ended up happening was we had the whole ABC move yesterday. So yesterday, what I thought was our bottom, or not our bottom, excuse me, what I thought was going to be the middle of the correction, then we were going to have a three wave up and then another move down, ultimately ended up being the entire correction. We had an ABC move to the downside. It was another shallow wave two. Now we're running up again for a 1-2, and we're going up in wave three right now, and then a 4 and a 5 to finish off this move to get us to about 440. So SPY is going to continue to melt up. I just think there's better opportunities out there to catch some pretty big gains versus what we're seeing in SPY right now. All right, so QQQ. I still do like QQQ right now more than I do SPY. And that's just because I do think that ultimately very soon we're going to be running up to this 380 range. And I do really like what Amazon's doing and Apple's doing. There's a ton of money being placed on Apple right now in terms of option premium. I think today was somewhere in the ballpark of $150 million on calls on Apple. Apple, I want to say, makes up 10% of QQQ. Obviously, Amazon's a big chunk of it too. I really like Facebook up in these upcoming weeks and everything like that. And so that's why I'm higher right now on QQQ than I am on SPY. So this is what I've been trying to buy the dip on, even though they've been shallow dips as well. Um, It looks like we did come down we've been going up for a 5 wave move to find our wave 3 price target somewhere in mid 360, so probably like 365. I think once we get to about 365, we're going to see a 3 wave move down probably to about 360, and then ultimately we're going to see another 5 wave impulse to take us up to this 380 range. Um, I do think that a lot of this move should happen this month. I do think we'll see a decent rally tomorrow, hopefully. But with that being said, um, I do still say on QQQ all dips are a buy, and when we can top for this 3 and pull back for this 4, this is going to be a great dip to buy right here as well. All right, so I want to take a look at NIO. I had a few different people ask me to look at NIO again. We'll look at the daily just so it's easier to see. So I had a video a little while ago on NIO, and I give the bull and the bear count. The bear count would be that we're actually looking to find our wave 2 bottom, and we're going to be heading. Ultimately, we'll probably have peaked here, and we're going to be heading down to 26. So basically, what the bears are saying is that hey, we came down for a W. Now we've had a move up for an X, and ultimately, right now we're going to sell off all the way down here for our Y price target of $26 a share. So the bears right now see this thing completely breaking support and going all the way down to this 26 a share. That's not what I see, but it is very much valid right now. What I'm seeing is actually the bull case. What the bull case is that we've already come down and we found our bottom here, and that our wave 2 bottom was at $30 a share. So we hit our wave 2 bottom. We have a 5 wave move up to give us our wave 1. So before, when I put this video up, I think last weekend or something like that, I was saying this is our bull wave 1. We were going to hit somewhere in this 55 mark, and then ultimately we are going to sell off down to the 61.8% retracement. That's exactly what we're seeing now. So clearly it does appear to look like we're going to catch some support here at 38.2% retracement, which is common. Hopefully we'll see a 3 wave move up. If we do, then we should probably see another 5 wave move down. And this is what I was talking about would be a good buy spot to go long, especially if you're going to try to go long on some options. A great spot to get in is going to be in this low 40 range. This low 40 range is going to be the bull 2. And then ultimately from that bull 2, we're going to see an absolute rally up into, I want to say like 80 or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, so the bull 3 would be an 80. So if this is a bullish impulsive sequence, we should catch support right around 40, and then maybe in the next few months, maybe 5 months, 6 months or something, we should see a rally, a 5 wave move impulse up to get us to this $8 price target. So I do like NIO long term, but unfortunately, we are still probably going to see some more downside, and it's likely that we'll catch some support somewhere around this $40 range. All right, the last stock I want to look at today is Tesla, because Tesla is very close to being a broken position and going the bear route. So I still do like Tesla to catch some support here for this wave 4 and catch a rally. Before, what I was seeing is that at first I thought we were bottoming somewhere in the 23.6. Ultimately, I was wrong. We fell lower, and then I was like, okay, somewhere in this range I do think is a great dip buy for a wave 4. And the reason I say that is because I'm still bullish on Tesla, and ultimately it's risk versus reward. If you go long Tesla, and you did today at the 640 range, once we go beneath this wave 1, then we've passed invalidation. So you're talking 635. So if we go from 645 down to 635 and you break this, the trade is broken. You get out and you take a $10 share loss. The upside from here is 720 a share for the wave 3 price target. So it's risk reward. If it's right and this ends up being wave 4, we're going to see a massive rally out of here. We'll break the downtrend line and we'll go up to 720. And that's if the bull count is right. If the bear count is right, unfortunately, we're going to continue diving from here. Then that would mean that this was a 1, this was a 2, and we're going down for a 3, 4, 5. And if the bear count is right, unfortunately, we could go as low as 425. So I'm really hoping this is not the case. I'm still long Tesla. I've been taking the L on this one. I am hedged because I knew this was a very real possibility, especially as Tesla continued to get rejected in this downtrend line. So I do think that, depending on how we open tomorrow, if it's slightly green, I would say Tesla's still a buy. If it pops back to the upside, I would wait for a little bit of a dip to go long Tesla. But if we open up and we're sub 635, then the position is broken and I would get out. So, all right, guys, if you like these videos, go ahead and hit a like and subscribe.